Madam Clerk?
This meeting is being held in accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act, NJSA 10:4-6 et sec, notice of which was sent to the record in the Star Ledger and was posted on the municipal bulletin board. I now have to read statement on public comment during remote meetings. Pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act and recent regulations issued by the state of New Jersey, the following procedures will be in effect for public comment during this remote public meeting of the City Council. The public shall have an opportunity for comment during the designated public portion of this meeting. The time period for public comment is limited to 3 minutes for each speaker, and no person may address the council more than once, except for speaking during an advertised public hearing for an ordinance. At the time designated for public comment, the mayor or other presiding officer of the council will recognize one speaker at a time. That speaker must identify himself or herself by full name and whether or not he or she resides in Hackensack. No other member of the public is permitted to speak unless recognized by the presiding officer, and other remote attendees may be muted during that time if necessary to eliminate background noise. Meeting attendees shall exhibit appropriate demeanor during this meeting as required by section 37-15 of the city code. In the event any member of the public becomes disruptive at any time, that individual may be muted by the presiding officer and will receive a warning that continued disruption may result in being prevented from speaking or removed from the meeting entirely. The Zoom meeting platform has a texting function. However, this is to be used only for the purpose of advising the city's IT staff of any technical concerns or issues. The public may also submit written public comments to be audibly read into the record by the city clerk during the public portion of any remote public meeting of the City Council. Comments can be submitted by regular mail or by email to assaby@hackensack.org. Comments received less than 5 hours before the start of a meeting may be carried to the next meeting. Any person who actually speaks during the public comment portion of a remote public meeting may not also have a comment read into the record. The city clerk will stop reading a written comment into the public record once it reaches the 3-minute limit. Duplicate written comments may be summarized and noted for the record in a consistent manner.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Sims is absent. Councilmember Pataglia.
Yeah.
Mayor LaBrus.
Here. Would everybody please rise for the flag salute? Frank, bring up the flag, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the United States of America
and to the
the
republic
republic
for
for
which
which
it
it stands,
one nation
one nation,
under God,
under God,
indivisible,
indivisible,
with
liberty,
and
justice for all.
Thank you. There's no minutes to approve. Before we start, I want to make a comment for the entire council. You'll be hearing more about this from the city manager. I'm speaking for the council assembled here this evening. Last week, Deputy Mayor Sims had walked into City Hall with a person who had tested positive for the COVID virus. This council obviously was surprised to hear this, and we were very concerned and disappointed with Deputy Sims' actions. Immediate action was taken by the city manager. He emptied the second floor of the building. All appropriate required protocols were followed. This council is committed to making sure, along with the city manager and the city, we're committed to making sure our employees have a safe environment to work in. It was an unfortunate incident, and we wanted to make sure that everybody knows that we certainly did not condone Deputy Mayor Sims's action. We don't know why he did it. That's for him to explain. And with that, I turn it over to the city manager.
Thank you, Mayor. This is the city manager's report for January 5th, 2021. Due to the rise of COVID-19 cases in our area, city offices will still remain closed to the public until further notice. Please refer to hackensack.org for our department phone directory and for assistance. The winter season is here. We encourage residents to sign up for Nixle messaging to receive up-to-date information to include garbage, recycling, collection, updates, closures, and delays for city offices and our parking options for snow streets when the snow totals are more than 2 inches. PSE&G lighting updates. PSE&G lighting upgrade program still needs the approval of the New Jersey Board of Public Utilities. According to PSEG, once the program is approved by BPU, citywide upgrades of the HPS lights will be completed in 18 to 24 months. In response to the new LED lights being more dim in certain areas, our project managers have reached out to PSE&G to see if we can increase the wattage to these lights. In addition, they will be inspecting areas at night to see what areas need immediate attention. Update: the request for no left turn on Polyfly and Parkview in front of the View condo, a traffic study is being reviewed and we will proceed accordingly. Updates to follow. Update: reference crosswalk installation of Golf and Berry with Prospect Ave. These will be reviewed as a capital budget item within our 2021 budget, as they will require installation of ADA ramps, which between the engineering, the installation, and the inspections makes them expensive. Also, the city is working with Bergen County to find ways to activate and motivate the ability to provide the vaccine to our residents. Today, ironically, I received an email from Rebecca Schwartz, the senior aide of the governor's office of our governor, Philip Murphy. In there, it gives a citation where the general public can now pre-register, which will allow residents to input their personal, contact, health, insurance, and demographic information. This will also allow for individuals to schedule an appointment for those who are immediately eligible based on the screening questions. We ask you to share the link, and we have. So tomorrow morning, this citation will be posted on the website for all residents that wish to proactively register for the COVID vaccine for 2021. Mayor, that would complete my report.
Okay, thank you. And with that, we'll get right into business. Resolution 1-21.
This is a resolution for the introduction of ordinance number 1-2021, an ordinance authorizing 25-year parking agreement between the city of Hackensack, 210 Main Urban Renewal LLC and 210 Moore Street LLC.
Need a motion to introduce, please?
Offer. Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims is absent. Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye.
Be it resolved that the above ordinance being ordinance 1-2021 as introduced is now passed on first reading, and that said ordinance shall be considered for final passage at a meeting to be held on January 26, 2021 at 7:00 p.m. or soon thereafter, as the matter can be reached at the regular meeting place of the City Council, and at such time and place all persons interested be given an opportunity to be heard concerning said ordinance, and that the city clerk be and she is hereby authorized and directed to publish said ordinance according to law with a notice of its introduction and passage on first reading, and of the time and place when and where said ordinance will be further considered for final passage.
Thank you. Resolution 2-21.
This is a resolution for the introduction of ordinance number 2-2021, an ordinance amending and supplementing chapter 175 zoning ordinance of the city of Hackensack of the code of the city of Hackensack to create the inclusionary overlay zone IO-1.
Need a motion to introduce, please?
Offer. Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims is absent. Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye.
Be resolved that the above ordinance being ordinance 2-2021 as introduced is now passed on first reading, and that said ordinance shall be considered for final passage at a meeting to be held on January 26, 2021 at 7:00 p.m. or soon thereafter, as the matter can be reached at the regular meeting place of the City Council, and at such time and place all persons interested be given an opportunity to be heard concerning said ordinance, and that the city clerk be and she is hereby authorized and directed to publish said ordinance according to law with a notice of its introduction and passage on first reading, and of the time and place when and where said ordinance will be further considered for final passage.
Thank you. Resolution 3-21.
This is a resolution adopting the agreement between the City of Hackensack and Hackensack Professional Firefighters IAFF Local 2081, AFL-CIO, CLC, for the period January 1, 2018 through December 31st, 2022.
Need a motion, please?
Offer. Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims is absent, Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Resolution 4-21.
This is a resolution authorizing tax refunds for state and county board judgments, overpayments, and duplicate payments.
Need a motion, please?
Offer. Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims is absent, Councilmember Pataglia. Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Resolution 5-21.
This is a resolution authorizing the submission of an application for funding of multi-park improvements project number 0223-19-055 from the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection, the Green Acres Program.
Need a motion, please?
Offer. Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims is absent, Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Resolution 6-21.
This is a resolution authorizing issuance of request for expressions of interest to qualified redevelopers for the Block 315 redevelopment plan area, including city parking lot D.
Need a motion, please?
Offer. Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims is absent, Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Resolution 7-21.
This is a resolution endorsing application of Greater Bergen Community Action, Inc. for home investment partnership funding from the County of Bergen for the development of affordable housing on Railroad Place.
Need a motion, please?
Offer. Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims is absent, Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Resolution 8-21.
This is a resolution approving an initial memorandum of understanding between Greater Bergen Community Action and the City of Hackensack for the development of affordable housing on Railroad Place.
Thank you. Need a motion?
Offer. Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims is absent, Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Resolution 9-21.
This is a resolution adopting City of Hackensack surplus policy for fiscal 2021.
Need a motion, please?
Offer. Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Von Rudenberg.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims is absent, Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Resolution 10-21.
This is a resolution authorizing the adoption of a cash management plan, including designation of approved depositories.
Need a motion, please?
Offer.
Do you have a motion?
Offer. Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims is absent, Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Resolution 11-21.
Is a resolution authorizing the approval of a petty cash fund.
Need a motion, please?
Offer. Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims is absent, Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Resolution 12-21.
This is a resolution adopting the 2021 temporary budget.
Need a motion, please?
Offer. Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims is absent, Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Resolution 13-21, payment of bills.
Resolution authorizing payment of bills.
The motion to pay the bills.
Offer. Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims is absent. Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Okay, the consent agenda goes from Resolution 1421 through 2021. Does anybody have any conflict of interest on the consent agenda?
No.
Hearing none, motion to adopt the
Ah.
consent agenda.
I have to read it first.
Oh, all right, go ahead.
The following items are considered to be routine in nature and will be enacted in one motion. Any items requiring expenditure are supported by a certification of availability of funds. Any item requiring discussion will be removed from the consent agenda, and consent agenda items will be reflected in full in the minutes, including any exceptions and/or additions. The consent agenda consists of Resolution 14-21, which is a resolution authorizing a raffle license for the Rotary Club of Hackensack. Resolution 15-21, resolution authorizing endorsement of proposed Bergen County Community Development Grants for 2020. Resolution 16-21 is a resolution authorizing award of state contract for the purchase of 2 police vehicles. Resolution 17-21 is a resolution authorizing accrued time payout of $26,299.09 to Martin Barry. Resolution 18-21 is a resolution awarding professional service agreement to Cleary, Jacoby, Alfieri, Jacobs LLC for special litigation counsel. Resolution 19-21 is a resolution awarding professional service agreement to Cleary, Jacoby, Alfieri, Jacobs LLC for city attorney. And Resolution 20-21 is a resolution awarding professional service agreement to Elspeth Crucius for prosecutor. We need a motion.
Need a motion.
Offer. Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims is absent. Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Okay, with that, we're going to be opening to the public. Before I do that, I want to wish everybody on behalf of myself and the entire city council, city manager, and city of Hackensack, all the officers, a very happy new year. And hopefully it's a safe year. And hopefully we get out of this dilemma we're in with this pandemic sooner than later, but we're on the right track. Our numbers are going up considerably in the last few months or a few weeks, especially. So let's pay attention out there, folks. And, you know, we got to get through this together, and we got to pay attention to what's going on and just be careful. So with that, I need a motion to open to the public.
Offer. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
None opposed. If you'd like to speak from the public, please unmute your device. And you will have 3 minutes. Please state your name and your town of residence, please.
Richard Salk in Hackensack, New Jersey. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir.
The situation with David Sims, is there any investigation? Was this referred to any law enforcement agency? Because he very well may have committed an indictable offense. Has it been referred to a law enforcement agency?
I would have to defer to the city manager and the attorney on that.
City manager? Is my time running? Somebody?
No, listen, I took the immediate action to make sure that one, City Hall and our employees were safe. The follow-up of this has not been completed. And I'm in conversation with the city attorney, and with input from the council, we'll make some decisions going forward.
No, you need to forward this. This is a potential crime. Hackensack cannot investigate a sitting council member. You need to forward it, refer it to the Bergen County Prosecutor's Office. Ted, you really do. There's no question about that. Secondly, there was a cost in cleanup, I understand, disinfecting the second floor, correct?
There's always a cost to everything that we do, yes.
Are we going to pursue damages against the culpable parties, Mr. Sims, and I understand his daughter?
None
We're
of
gonna
that.
think
First of all, we're not going to mention anything more specific about individuals aside from the fact that there was an individual with Mr. Sims. So please refrain from discussing any more specifics about any person who may or may not have COVID.
Fine, withdraw that part. Are you going to pursue recovery of the cost to the city taxpayers for this debacle?
Has not
Mr.
been
City-
determined.
Again, my time is running. I hope you take some on.
I don't know if you heard me, Rich. That has not been determined.
So the taxpayers could very well get stuck with this because of some stupidity. Now, this is not the first time. We need to go, do we need to go scroll back to the little debacle with the young policewoman? Do we need to go over the hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars this council member has cost the taxpayers because of his aggressive actions towards city employees, especially the lowest hanging fruit, DPW and sanitation? And you know the names of the cases because you authorized settlements. When does it stop? You know, John, I'm going to say this to you. About a year and a half ago, during the first Kajelja situation, I said to you specifically, with political power comes responsibility. You stuck by her. It was a mistake. You tried to rectify it this year. Maybe you did. Well, you got your war chest together. You're getting ready to go again. Are you going to foist this gentleman who has no moral compass, no brains on the people of Hackensack again, or will you commit to dropping him from your slate?
Well, so I'm certainly not going to answer that question here. That's something that has to be decided by the rest of the council. So that's something we will take into consideration.
Shame on you if you don't. Shame on you. If you probably can railroad it through. And why would you do that? He may self-proclaim him as the most effective African-American member of council in the city's history. I assure you, having been more involved with city business than any of you for a longer period of time, he is not, and he never will be. He's a disgrace. And if you hang with him, you deserve to go down with him. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, sir. Next person from the audience, from the public. Anybody else from the public would like to speak? Please unmute your device. Going once, 2, 3. Okay, I need a motion to close to the public. Motion to close to the public. Unmute your devices.
Kathy, you're still muted.
Offer. Trying to keep my cat noises away.
Second.
Second, sorry.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Stephanie?
Good evening, everyone. Just want to echo the mayor's comments. Happy New Year. Glad we're all together here. Just wanted to bring up some positive notes in the city. The Sky Park improvements going on have been, they're underway, and we're excited to have those and see what's coming there. And in regards to the Johnson Parks Sports Complex, I know Councilman Battaglia has been working really hard to have those improvements made. And if you check the city website, they'll be coming out soon. So that's exciting news as well. In regards to the incident at City Hall, as councilmen and women, we have to, follow the rule of law, and we have to also be role models for the city. And we have really hardworking, dedicated employees here with us in the city, and we have to do everything to protect them and make sure that they're safe. And that's all I have to say about that. Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you. Kathy?
Thank you, Steph. I also echo the mayor's comments and Councilwoman Von Rudenberg's comments as well. I just want to reach out to the city employees and tell them, how sorry we are that this happened. There's something beyond the rest of the council's control, and that we are doing everything in our power to make this the safest work environment ever that we can. Thanks to our city manager for acting quickly on this. No city council members will be permitted in any city buildings until further notice. And, hopefully that puts some type of control over this situation from reoccurring in the future. On some positive notes on the docket today, I'd like to go over some of the highlights. One of the things that folks may not be aware of is there was something on here tonight about a 25-year parking agreement with the project going on at 210 Main Street. This was, an additional part of their pilot, which was a big boost for the city. We need parking in the downtown, and there were a lot of the local businesses that had been renting parking from the old 210 Main Street, the lot on Moore Street. So as part of their agreement, we have a parking agreement that for the next 25 years, there will be 50 monthly spaces available for monthly rentals from folks that need it, that work close by in the city, and the revenue from those 50 spots will come back to the city. So that was another big plus in that part of that agreement. A couple other things on here. Affordable housing, we're still moving forward, again, going through all the steps of getting all the details of that settlement agreement done. There's stuff on here tonight about the overlay zone. And another big exciting part of this is, talking about looking forward to moving forward in a project that had come before us once before, and kind of funding didn't come to place with Greater Bergen. And, again, they're reinvigorated and they're looking to get funding from home, which is kind of why we had to get this in quickly, because the opportunity is there by the end of the month. And, we're looking at approximately 45 or so family affordable units. So this would be a nice project for the city. So that's on here as well. Lot D parking garage, we've talked about that over and over, bringing more parking into the central part of downtown, and kind of having a public-private partnership where there would be some negotiation and arrangement between the developer of the properties facing Main and a shared partnership, ownership, rental, whatever it comes out to have the parking garage there for shared parking. So again, a lot of exciting stuff still happening here in our city, and it's important that we all understand and realize where the direction that the city is going. Again, Happy New Year to everyone. I'm really looking forward to a better 2021. I saw something on social media that says 2021, you don't have to be great, you just have to be better than 2020. So I think that, the bar is set low, but we're looking forward to a great 2021. And I'm optimistic that the city is going to stick together and get through it together. Thanks again for joining us.
Thank you. Leo?
Thank God that nobody reported any problem related to the incident in City Hall, and thank you to the city manager for because he took action right away. And in the last 2 weeks, I lost like about 7 friends related to COVID-19. Please continue with the mask, continue keeping distance, stay in your home, don't go out, you don't have to. It was a nice news for me, especially that I've been working for so many years, and finally I think we're gonna get the sport complex done, and that way, the kids are gonna have a facility that I can enjoy summertime, wintertime, and that really was a good news. I continue working with the paving program and more improvement for the Style Park, Columbus Park, the greenhouse. So 21 gonna be a good year. So thank you and be safe.
Thank you, Leo. Okay, you guys covered a lot of the stuff that happened. Very excited about the affordable housing agreement coming up, and the city has been working, will continue to working on affordable housing. As just of recent, we were able to make that settlement with the affordable housing, with the fair share housing, and have created an overlay zone, which was talked about tonight, which will include 10% of any buildings that are put up. We'll have to have 10% affordable housing. So that's a great thing for the city. The Lot D project is a great project. Unfortunately, it didn't happen last time with the developer we had. So we are looking forward to getting that back on track, along with a beautiful parking deck in the middle of our downtown, which would be included in that. Main Street. We're having some issues on Main Street, as you know. Unfortunately, the weather didn't let us get to push it across the finish line as far as getting it finished paving, the street works, streetscapes done, and the lining the streets and everything. But we did get pretty far, and as soon as the spring hits and the better weather hits, we will finish that up. Suez Water is continuing to do the job of replacing the water main, which was from 1906 on Main Street, is replacing with a new pipe on the, I guess that's the west side or south side of the street. That will continue on. So when spring hits, we should be ready to roll, and it shouldn't take that much longer to get it done. And we'll be looking forward to that day. But that said, I drive Main Street every morning, early in the morning. I drive it every afternoon on my way home from work. And I'm seeing a lot of issues with, and this was discussed with the city manager about people still double parking on the two-way areas, it's a major no-no. And some large trucks that are on the streets that really shouldn't be there at certain times of the day, loading and unloading, and we're working on that. We need to work with the stores themselves that are getting these deliveries to see how we can figure that out. So we're moving forward with taking care of that. We're also looking into pedestrian safety issues along with the police department. You know, we have some areas in town we feel we might need some crosswalks, but there's just don't paint lines when you do crosswalks. There's a lot that has to go with it, especially as far as ADA goes. So we're looking into that. And as Leo said, the Johnson Park project is moving forward. And I can honestly say the city of Hackensack will have the premier, not just the recreation center, which I think we have the best recreation center in the county right now. Once this project is complete, it will be the premier sports facility for adults and children in North Jersey. And that's something to be proud of for all the citizens of Hackensack. And it will be well used, believe me. I see, I can't wait till it's open. So we're looking forward to that. And he also mentioned, and Stephanie mentioned, the parks are getting facelifts. Columbus Park getting a lot of new stuff. Stuyve Park is getting redone, and new playground equipment, new bathrooms, basketball courts, all stuff like that. So, putting stuff back into the parks, which will keep, it's good for people to have the parks with the kids and everything else. So with that, I wish everybody a happy new year. I can tell you, as Kathy said, it has to be better than 2020. It just has to be. And but we're going in the right direction. I'll give you a little tidbit. The hospital's numbers have gone down, but I'm not overly cautious because they also mentioned the next 2 to 3 weeks are critical, coming right after the Christmas and New Year's holiday. So, but we're leveling off a little bit, and that's a good thing. And we're, if we just stay careful, we'll get those numbers down. All right. And the vaccine, is right around the corner for everybody. So let's pray that gets out sooner than later. So happy New Year, everybody. Thank you. Need a motion to close the meeting, please.
Mayor, we need a motion to close the executive meeting also.
Motion to close the executive
What
session. Please.
executive meeting?
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims is absent, Councilmember Pataglia,
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Motion to close the council meeting, please.
Offer.
And just before you do that, because I thought I heard a voice
Yeah.
in the closed session, there was no pending litigation cases discussed. There were other matters covered by the closed session exemption, but no specific litigation was discussed.
I don't know if you can hear me, and if I'm out of order, I'm sorry. But let me just make this point. It was specifically advertised that there would be no work session. So how did you have an executive session in a work session that it wasn't supposed to exist?
Steve?
I don't know what was noticed or not. So, what was on, but
It was
if
very specifically, Steve said there will be no cancel. It said work session canceled.
yes,
No,
if that was it. Yeah, I don't know what was on the city's website or not, so I can't tell you. I can't speak to it.
Hang on. I'm looking for it.
It went out on the Nixle too, more than once. I mean, it's not the end of the world. I'm just pointing it out. I mean, you got to be a little more.
No,
careful.
look. If there was a closed session, there should have been a notice that there was a closed session, even though the Cal meeting was canceled. I don't disagree with that. It certainly wasn't anything. But again, I don't know what was posted or what was not. So I can't tell you whether that was the
I'm
case. If
telling you
not,
what it said, Stephen. I mean, I'm not going to make it up.
Yeah.
Because
yeah, I'm
if there's
saying
a-
I
if
don't know
there's a-
what's on
wait,
Nixle
let me
and what's
point-
on the
let me
website.
make a point.
Yeah.
That had to have been by virtue of a work session. And if there was a work session, there should have been another opportunity for the public to speak. So
Well, I mean, we could have a closed executive session as part of this meeting without having a second. You and I both know we could have arranged it in that manner. This is not a usual circumstance. But I agree. Anytime the council's meeting as a group, it should be properly noticed. And if that's the case, I think that would be a lesson learned for going forward if this happens again.
fair enough. I'm not trying to.
But we could, as we could just simply say we're going to have a closed session start the meeting at 5 o'clock, go into closed session and come back at 7. It's sort of a distinction without a
I don't have
difference
a
aside
sword
from
and
for
pitchfork
public.
in my hand, but I just pointed
Yeah.
it
I
out.
have,
On the,
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Debbie.
I have the public meeting notice. One of them, I know originally it had gone out that there was going to be a cow meeting, executive and regular. Then there was one that went out that said that the mayor and council will conduct an electronic public meeting in lieu of its in-person public meeting, as advertised. The city council will be holding a closed executive session at 5 PM to ensure the security of the meeting and protect the confidentiality of discussions. The city will not be providing access. No formal government action will be taken prior to the start of the public meeting at 7 PM. The council will thereafter provide an explanation of the reasons for the closed executive session to the public as required. And then it goes on to give the information for the Zoom for the public meeting at 7.
Are
But
you-
there was, I don't have with me, I think it's on my desk at the office. There was something that went out that said that the cow was canceled.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, that was my whole point. It went out in Excel. Again, it's not the end of the world, but just be more careful. That's my only point.
Thank you, Rick.
Thank you.
We have to go back to closing. I offered to close this meeting. Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Everybody have a great night.
You too.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Good night.